Welcome to the Daily Shift. You heard that right. The Daily Shift. The show where we block out the noise and speak truth, train your mind, and help you become the absolute best version of yourself. Leo and Andrew are on their way. You're in the right place. And while you're here, take a breath. We're about to dive in. The show starts in 30 seconds. You ready? Take a deep breath in and breathe it out. Prepare for your shift.
Hello and welcome to Wednesday Live Dials. We have your leads we're calling today, and I'm excited to have you with us. Good to see everybody here. So you guys have been submitting leads, and we've been live dialing, and I'm excited to get these sellers on the phone. Some of your leads, we have Judith's lead, we have Lynn Former's lead, we have Chad McCormick's lead, we have Diane's lead, we have Marilyn's lead, Carmen's lead, and many more. So we're going to be dialing and we'll be teaching. But let's start it off right. Type in the chat. How's the energy? 1 out of 10 today. Let's get the energy up and rolling. Nice to see you. Amanda, hello there. Nice to see you. Diane, hello. Got your lead in the queue. Mimi, welcome in. Nice to see you. Hello, Kay. Christy, Marlon, Carmen, Elizabeth. Type in the chat, 1 out of 10, how's the energy? And we are going to start live dialing. We have a lot of leads to dial, and I am excited because this is where the money is made. And I enjoy doing this. It's fun. I did it for years for myself, and quite frankly, it can become monotonous or even overwhelming when you're doing it, and it just is more of the same. But when I get to do it with and for you guys, it gives me motivation, and I can find joy in doing it again because it's more than just dialing and hoping and praying for a deal. But I get to hang out with you guys while I do it. So a lot of fun. I'm excited to be here with you. So let's dive in and dial in. If you're ready, give me a yes in the chat. First off is Judith's lead in Mount Vernon, Indiana. So Judith, if you're on here, this is your seller. Step 1, get them on the phone. I'm going to be giving you some steps, some keys, some strategies today that I know are going to be a game changer for you. And as I do, just take lots of notes. Something that you find on these dials is every week something different comes up. You know, there's 2 main structures: buying house with cash or payments over time. Cash or payments over time. And while those are the 2 main ways that we buy houses, the other thing is we make lots of offers. And if you're taking notes, you should write that down. Just make offers. What do I mean by that? Make good offers, bad offers. It doesn't matter. It matters that you are making offers. This is for Lynn Former. If you're on here, Lynn, this is your lead. We're going to go ahead and call. Don't be afraid of no. It takes a lot of no's to get to yeses. Sometimes I ask the question if I was to tell you, if I could guarantee you on the other side of 24 no's was $1 million. 24 no's. Who here would be excited to get those 24 no's out of the way really quick?
Your call has been forwarded.
Probably all of you. But step 1 is get them on the phone. Chad McCormick, if you're on here, this is your lead, brother. We got to get this out of the way to get to the yeses. The only difference is we don't know for sure that we are 2 or 20 or 50 away from a $10, $20, $30,000 check. We don't know how many dials it is. So we just dial and we just ask questions and we just make offers until somebody says yes. Now I'm going to give you a couple of keys today while we're live. Then I'm going to be giving you those keys. By the way, shout out to Raymond. Thank you so much for your flexibility on our one-on-one call, and forgive my shift of timing today. And thank you for your graciousness. Know that you got me always. You got my cell phone, brother. Raymond's an incredible part of our mastermind community, and I'm excited that you're on.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Jacob, it's Andrew, partners with Chad. I was calling about your Vincennes Road house. Had a couple, or Vincennes Street, I believe it is. Had a couple questions. If you could, give me a text back at this number and let me know when's a good time to talk. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. All right, we left a message. Always follow up with a text. So there's 3 main keys I'm going to go ahead and teach for a moment. And number 1 to success, the key to success is consistency. By the way, Diane, I just got a text back from your lead, one of your leads, that they are available here in about 10 minutes. So we're going to be dialing your lead. He is waiting on a call from us. So that will be near certain as possible that it will be an answer. Something that I do that I think will help all of you. If you're having trouble getting on the phone, if you're having trouble sometimes making the calls, is make it a game. Make it fun. Make it your objective to get through the no's. Get through the no's. What do I mean by get through the no's? Get through the no's to get through the yeses. I sometimes play a game that a no is 2 points and a yes is 1. Or sometimes I'll play a game and with some of our community, I'll say, hey, you got to get through 5 no's today. If you get a yes, it screws up your flow. You just got to get 5 no's. What's the objective with that? It is to play a game with ourselves to say, how do I align myself for the most likely path to success? In other words, you watch documentaries sometimes of these people who have rigged the lottery because your chances of winning the lottery or your chances of winning big at the casino are not in the best favor. They're not the best odds. And so there's people who try to adjust those odds, except that's highly illegal and not recommended. But when it comes to adjusting the odds for success in real estate, type it in the chat, money is math. When it comes to adjusting your odds for real estate, it is just getting through the no's. It is literally just getting more no's. If I can get enough no's, I can eventually get to the yes. If I can get more no's. And that's what I need for all of you to understand is to get more no's. And so if you're having trouble getting on the phone, you're getting no's, you're having trouble getting sellers to answer the phone, just turn a game and say, you know what? I'm going to get 5 no's today. I'm going to get 5 no's. And now every time someone says yes, you go, well, darn, they screwed it up. Maybe I'll buy their house. I got to call and get another no. Anything we can do that adjusts our odds for success, anything we can do that gets us more likely to get a check. Our average profit is over $50,000 per deal. If you know the only thing between you and a $50,000 check, or let's take it way down and let's say that's not your average. Let's say your average is $10,000. The only thing between you and $10,000 is a few more no's. By golly, get the no's going. Shout out to Marilyn Davis. She says money is math. Christy Buford, Diane Murphy, Raymond, Elizabeth, Carmen, Kay. What's up, Caleb? Ed says counting cards is not illegal. They just don't want you to do it because that's how you beat them. That is not legal advice. I'm just reading comments. All right, full disclosure. Every one of you, improve your odds of success by asking better questions. Make more dials. Get through the no's to get to the yeses. How many no's do you need to get through to get to a yes? All right, we're going to call Diane's lead. Diane's lead is waiting for our call right now. I'm going to look up the lead. Let's see. Which one is this? All right, Diane, this is Tyler. This is your Mabletown, Georgia property. Owner says the house can be knocked down to build between 8 and 12 townhouses, or the existing property can be turned into a daycare. He also has another property in Bowdoin, Georgia. There's a 2-story on 2.6 acres of land. Let's see what else he says. He prefers if you leave him a voice or a text with your name and number and mention my name, and he will give you a call back. I think there's some real potential here. Way to go. Comments, Marilyn says, hey, Andrew, happy Wednesday. Teresa, smiley face. What's up, Teresa? Mimi says consistency. Guys, that is the takeaway today. I'm going to be dialing. We're going to be getting sellers on the phone. The key is consistency. I'm going to look up this lead real quick that we're getting ready to get on the phone because the seller, the reason I'm taking the moment to type in the address is because the seller's already told me that he's awaiting the call. So I know it's very likely that he will answer. So I'll have his house pulled up on the screen here. Make myself a note. If you are doing calls, take lots of notes. Take notes of the personal things. You realize that often sellers are talking to dozens or even hundreds of people. And you're calling and they're going, oh, which one were you again? You're the one who wanted to do what? They're just getting lots of calls. So imagine you call them, you have your notes, and you go, I'm the one that you was telling me that for example. You was telling me, Billy, and you were going out that Wednesday when I talked to you last week to go play ball. By the way, did Billy win the game or how'd that go? Oh, my gosh, I like this guy. This is the first one who actually remembers what we talk about. Because, you know, the other 92 people he's talked to are probably calling him just trying to buy the house and don't really give a crap about nothing else. Stand out. What is my, write it down, take the note. What is my USP? What is my unique selling proposition? And I'll tell you what your unique selling proposition is. Yes, it's netting them more money over time. Yes, it's paying them, closing quickly. Yes, it's a hassle-free sale. Yes, it's the easiest sell that they'll ever make. But your USP is you. Your USP is you. It's the thing that makes you stand out. 2014, I was 21 and brand new to this business. My USP was I asked questions and I took lots of notes. Let's see if Mr. Tyler answers. Got some more notes I'm going to give you guys. Mr. Tyler said he'd be available.
Hello?
Mr. Tyler, Andrew calling, partners with Diane about your Mableton, Georgia house. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I am good, brother. Did I catch you at a good time? You got a second still?
Yeah.
Good, man. So I was trying to gather all my facts here. Diane brought me up to speed. Sounds like you got quite a property. Maybe the house is not in the best shape, but you're thinking it could be a development of some townhomes, or maybe the property could be a daycare. Can you kind of bring me up to speed of to what this property is?
Well, I'll try. My mom's mom and dad own the home next door. And then he built this home in 1969. And so I said all that to say this: over all these years, they're now like building townhomes right across the street from that Concord Baptist Church on that corner.
Yep.
And they're pulling like 459,000, and 3 of them have already sold.
Mm-hmm.
So that's almost $500,000 each. So the lady that lives next door to me, she's married to a gentleman that it doesn't matter what nationality anybody is or nothing else, but they're really nice people. And we briefly discussed if the right person shows up, and I even talked to a maid too. And so it's John and Kelly next door to me, and I'm Ahmad, or Hamid. And he said that he'd sell his too. So what I'm getting around to, and we've even thought about it, is you remove the homes, and if you remove
This is all helpful information, so I'm letting him go. If he
you've
started
got to be
rambling,
able to
I would polite interrupt.
get
and
it
redirect.
rezoned
Loving this stuff. Give
for
me some
townhomes,
emojis.
because right across the
Thumbs up,
street's a
some
4-story
love, some
building.
hearts.
I don't know if you're familiar with that area or not.
Not extremely, in general, but not extremely familiar with the exact location. This is interesting. Now this next door property. Well, first, what are you hoping to get out of the property we're discussing here? What's your ask price?
Well, they said $5 for each one of theirs, but I say that it's worth $5, but I'll take $450 because you figure if you build 8 to 10 townhomes on that land, I mean, now you're talking of some serious money.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to turn it into an Airbnb because it's 8 miles from Truist Park where the Braves play, There's another home over there on the other side of Concord Baptist Church. And it's a real small home. I think it's only 1 bathroom and 2 bedrooms. I mean, it's a salt box house, so to speak. So what I'm trying to say is there was a gentleman one time sitting outside there in a chair when I went for my walk. So I asked him, did he live there? And he says, no, I'm just paying $900 a week. That's hard to believe. But I'm like, my God, that much? And he said, yeah, well, he said he has a partner, but they both pay $450 each. So he said it's something like a Airbnb, or I'm over 63, so I'm trying to keep up with all this stuff today. But anyway, it's ridiculously overpriced. But you got people paying $450 each a week, which is $900 a week for that little small home. So I don't know what's all going on in that area, but I figure if somebody is serious about land development, they would honestly want to purchase that whole entire corner all the way down there to Floyd Drive.
Yep.
Purchase my home, the home next door, then purchase that other man's home. And if I tell them I'm selling for $450, then they're going to come down to $450. I'm forced to believe they wouldn't stick with $5, because one gentleman, he just lost his wife. And so, and then you got 2, what do they call those things? It's
I went to
duplexes. So you have
Zillow
2
Maps.
duplexes.
I'm looking at the maps of it right
And
now
then
as he's talking about it.
You have
So I
one
can
other
picture
home,
what he's
Frankie.
saying.
She's like about
So now I see
105
exactly
years
what
old.
he's talking about.
And I could talk to her. I know my mom and I know her and her daughter, and we could talk to them. So if I'm not going to sit here and lie. If I have the money, I'm buying that whole entire tract. I'm going to buy them all out, and I'm going to get rid of all the homes but that 1021 and 1035, because that's been in the family for over 100 years. I didn't know it until recently, but it was something said about and I knew that my mom's dad, my mom and papa, they own the home.
Also, while this could be a dead end, it also could be a very cool development opportunity. Very intriguing what he's telling me. Who knows? Worth the 10, 15 minutes to hear it out.
Had it and left it to his oldest son. But anyway, I said,
I love it, Ed. I'm also typically very impatient. However, looking at this area and knowing a little bit about development and rezoning, it's intriguing to hear what he's saying. It's worth the 15 minutes to see if he's full of crap or if it really is worth that. So let me ask you this. So a couple notes, and forgive me, I was looking at the map here, and so you're asking $450. Before we talk about development and perhaps a rezone and building townhomes on it, what would the house itself appraise for? As is today, what do you think the value of your property would appraise for before we start talking about developments and redoing it?
Okay, well, Zillow says that it's only worth about $283, but you can't go by that. I've learned dealing with real estate. Mm-hmm. So they'll say that your home's practically worth a little of nothing. When a perfect example, these people sold a home in Bowden, Georgia, where my other home is.
Yep. Which, by the way, how much are you wanting for that Bowden property?
Well, I'd like to get the same for it, 450, and I'll tell you why. There was a home that sold the same square foot.
Now he's losing me. We're going to bring this to a quick conclusion. Longer than I'd like, but quick. Because there's still potential here.
But you take somebody
This is an up-and-coming area.
And do it to their liking, or the most reasonable way out if they're just wanting to rent it. But I said all that to say this: that home sold for $615,000.
What do you think? What do you think
that's
each of these properties would appraise for as is? Like a legit appraisal. I know Zillow, you can't count on Zestimate. What would an appraiser legit say it comps out for right now?
Maybe 350, 375.
Okay. And then what about the Bowden?
If they're realizing, what they don't take into consideration is like the potential. When
no apology needed, Diane. This is good.
They just created $1 million Italian restaurant, like 500 feet away from my home. So that environment is all coming up.
So let me ask you two more questions, because I like the area. That's why we're on the phone right now. If I heard you say that price and I didn't like the area, I would have hung up. So, definitely we're a little part on price, but I do like the area. So a couple questions. What is the property currently zoned? Is it just single family house? Would there need to be a lot of approvals from the city? What's the status of your lot right there?
Yeah, you'd have to get it rezoned, but
yeah.
See, they just rezoned. Even though it's a process, of course, they just rezoned. They're rezoning everything around there. So what they're doing is they're basically going in there and tearing down homes like the one that I'm selling.
Yep.
And they're building townhomes, and then they're building also senior citizen 4-story buildings like they did not too long ago. Well,
so let me ask you this, brother, because I like the area. I know exactly what you're saying. I'm a little uncertain if this is where we want to go with it or not. And here's why. We have a 280 unit development in Indiana. We just got rezoned. I'm very familiar with the process. I know the work that takes. I also know the value it improves. At the end of the day, if we decided to buy this or potentially this and your neighbor's houses, if we made you an offer that started with a 3, would we be in the game? Or are you going to hold this set and wait until somebody's willing to come and pay for that future value?
I'd come down to 4.
Mm-hmm. Heading in the right direction.
9. So, that's as low as I could take for each home is 4, because once you sell this stuff, it's gone forever.
What's the address of the Bowden?
It's 2202.
Yep.
Bowden, Bowdon, Tyus, Tuys Road, and then that's Bowdon, Bowdon, Georgia.
Yeah.
30108.
Okay.
See, once you sell what you own, that's history. You can't never get it back for the price you sold it for.
Would you entertain, the way we sometimes pick these up when we go to do a development, we sometimes pay cash. Of course, that's a lower value, and then sometimes we do owner financing. Would you entertain some owner financing to get top dollar?
Well, I prefer cash.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's free and clear.
Yep.
And if somebody is serious,
yep,
all we got to do is go to Cobb County Courthouse at Marietta Square and do a quick claim deed.
Just to
It's
clarify,
whoever-
we would be closing with a real estate attorney via general warranty
Oh.
deed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I respect that, but we always get title insurance and make sure everything's up to par. If we wrote you up a owner financing offer at $400, what type of monthly payment would you entertain until we get the rezoning done and either resell it or take out a construction loan on it?
I don't know if all that's involved. I'd probably want to go 450. If it's cash, I'd go 4. But if it's all that's involved, I'd probably have to go 450.
If we agreed on a number, what would be? How long would you give us to pay you off in full? So my mind immediately goes, of course, if something like this was to happen.
Yes, you could pay me in full.
Well, I like the way you think, brother. My objective, of course, if we get this, would be to get the rezone done, get the value increased. Of course, there's a lot of research to do between here and there, and make sure that approvals would be done. But I don't know how quickly the town's moving. I know our Indiana and Kentucky projects took several months, and those move quick. So I'm guessing it'd need to be a couple of years to give us time. Obviously, I hope it's much sooner than that till it's rezoned and we can do what we're going to do with it. But probably would need to do a couple of years on there to make sure that we're not putting our back up against the wall and making you a promise we can't keep.
So my question is, would I be allowed to live in it until it's officially paid for?
I wouldn't have a problem with that. Yeah, we would work out a deal on numbers, a couple of years to pay you off. You live there until we get the rezone done and either are ready to start doing demo and rebuild, or until we partner in or sell to our developer, whichever route we decide to go in the end, which is to be determined after we do our initial research. If that's all in the range of acceptable to you, then this is worth.
I'm 63 and a half now.
Yeah.
So if we do this, and you're talking about paying me over a certain amount of years,
Yep.
is that correct? And then what is this going to be, an escrow, or how's that going to work?
So it means we would agree on the numbers, and you would essentially, for simplicity's sake, close with our real estate attorney to sell us the property. And we would go to work with our team to get the rezoning done, right? Because it's not worth $450 now. It's not worth $400 now. From what I see online, I would have said around $300. So I think we're in agreement that it's worth that $3 or $3 something range as is. So we would be going to work rezoning it to get it worth hopefully at least double, probably substantially more than double of what it is now. That would be our process, and we would eat that cost. And then when we get the rezone done and we either are ready to start construction, get a construction loan, we pay you off at that time, or sometimes we'll find a local developer and just partner with them, and they'll be the one to do that. So that would be the process, and that would be the route I would be exploring, assuming that all sounds within range for you. Our next steps would be to write up our simple, what's called letter of intent, send it over to you, says here's our intention. If you're good with it, we're good with it. We would start our research, and then once our research is good, we would move forward to a purchase agreement, at which point, we would then move forward to closing and start that 2-year window.
And then you say that you're going to have a real estate person involved, or?
You would not be paying any commissions. I'm not a realtor. There'd be no realtor fees or nothing like that. Yes, we do have a team of not only developers, but as you may or may not already know, when you start to do the rezoning and you've got to get studies done and you've got to do a whole list of crap to keep the city and everyone involved happy, to make sure that you're good for what it is you intend to do. And of course, they got to approve the maps and the townhomes and all of the pieces.
All right, because if I was you,
Mm-hmm.
it's just all about business.
Mm-hmm.
If I was you, I'd purchase out from that property line of Concord Baptist Church all the way down to that Floyd Drive or whatever it is down there.
Yep.
So you'd own that whole entire track.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you put townhomes off in there, you're going to make millions.
Can you help me accomplish that?
I'm willing to, if you're willing to work with me
Yep.
and not, beat me out of anything. And I'm not saying you do that or anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Everything,
yeah.
just so you know, Tyler, everything we do, if we agree to something and move forward, everything we do for that reason is with a real estate attorney. So you agree, I agree, my attorney looks over it. If you want, your attorney looks over it. If we're on the same page, then everything's in writing. And God forbid I die in a plane crash, you're protected, and vice versa. So we're on the same page there.
Okay, and then my next question is, could I live there for until I turn 67?
Well, if we get maps approved and starting in 2 years, that could change that. So I'm not going to commit to something I can't keep till we get there. I'm flexible, but that would be a discussion we'd have to figure out as we go along, because that's talking 4 years. And if we hold up building, obviously that changes our thing up for a while, which I'm open to.
I don't want to hold you up, but see, I have disabilities, and I have two doctors, and that's where I stay at, when I'm there.
Yep.
And so
cool.
I'm willing to even help you talk to these owners.
Yep.
And I'm not for sure about the 2 separate duplexes.
Yep.
But if Frankie's still there, and she's 105, I think, but I'm believing that I could hopefully get John.
This is a good discussion. This is something that could be something. Who knows? We got more research to do. I've been blindsided by everything, but if what he's saying is true and this area is what I think it is, a developer, it could be something very helpful.
To come aboard, but I know that if they're telling me that they want 5 for theirs,
yep,
and I'll let them know that I'm letting mine go for $450, then I believe that we hopefully could get them to climb aboard.
So here's what I'm going to do. I have another thing I have to hop to. I'm going to meet with Diane. We're going to be going over a couple of things, and I'm going to do a little more research on this. Can you text me your email? And as soon as we hang up, text me your email. I'm going to be sending you an email after I do this research, and we'll be game planning next steps together. Cool?
Yeah, that's fine, because, you figure even if you had to give the worst scenario, 5...
I'm already sold. Quit selling me, brother.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 homes.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of money, $2.5 million. And then let's say you put another $2.5 million in the townhomes, but you build 20 of them.
Yep.
For $450,000.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what, $9 million?
That's a lot of millions. I got to do some math.
So you're not with this project at hand, between you and I and God. I don't see anyone approaching this and losing money.
Absolutely.
No.
Well, let's do this.
They're not going to lose no money.
I'm going to send you an email. And I appreciate that. And forgive me, I have to hop, brother. I got to take care of something. I'm going to send you an email. If you could text me your email address, and we're going to talk again very soon. Cool?
Oh, Okay, it's 21cvanilla@gmail.com, but I'll text it to you.
Okay, even better. Thanks, brother. We'll talk soon. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
All right. So, type your questions in the chat. I see Amanda's on. I see Teresa. All right, I'm going to go through the chats. Judith, good to see you on. I did call your lead in Mount Vernon. We texted back and forth. I called him. He did not answer, so I sent him another text. Judith says, okay, this is good. I'm going to point out 3 notes for you. We're on here together. I got plenty more leads to call, but I think this is going to be very helpful. So perhaps we get to 1 or 2 more before we wrap, but I think it's important to give you this recap. 1, notice I was looking at the map online here. From what I know, Diane, I've seen your comment. This is an up-and-coming area. I know Georgia is hot. I know this is in the outskirts of Atlanta. And so while I don't know if anything he's saying is true, it's believable. Now, I don't know. Is the townhomes really selling for $500,000? Maybe. He says they are. Is it possible to put 20 on here and get 10 million? I don't know. He says there is. Is paying $2.5 million for these 5 lots makes sense to think pay $2.5 million for lots, go through rezoning, get it done? Maybe. So here's what goes through my mind. If you're brand new, something like this, excuse me, you would negotiate. Notice this is becoming a CTG. I negotiated him, no money down, no payments, 2 years to pay him off, essentially making him our partner. So it's saying, hey, if you're wanting to get 150% of the value of the property, I'm willing to give you part of the upside if you finance to get there. Is this making sense? Give me a yes in the chat. So I brought him from, this is a outrageous, oh crap, you want way too much for the property, to saying, okay, maybe we can get you there if you can help us get there. And so that was the objective. And now, of course, I don't know that it does us good to buy one little lot in the middle of everything. He seems like he's well clued in. He's dreaming big. God bless him, even if he doesn't have the bandwidth to put it together, of course. So my objective on that call was to gain some insights, get him on board with being our essential partner, which means financing us. No payments, no interest, no anything for 2 years to pay him off way more than it's currently worth because he's riding with us to the upside. And that means he's taking a risk with us. So he's putting his money where his mouth is. Now, is there still going to be cost to us or a developer or whoever buys this? Yes. If you're new or if you're stretched on bandwidth, you're probably going to pass this along to a developer who wants to do the building themselves. There's a couple of ways to get paid on this deal. I'm not going to get into all the developments and crap because this is mainly about single family houses. This just came up, so I'm just telling you what I was thinking. Potentially put an LOI out, get him on board with selling to us. Potentially put 4 more out, get 5 LOIs. If we get 5 sellers all on the same street planning to sell to us, all willing to carry the note, is it likely? No. Is it possible? Yes. Now that turns around, you find a developer who wants to do the work, and potentially when this gets rezoned, theoretically it doubles in value. So if you have all these contractors for 2.5 and they're really worth 1.5, but you 2.5 and they're really worth 1.7, and they double in value to 3.8, you riding with me? There's a couple $1 million of upside, or even $1 million there. Maybe it's worth someone getting. That's before the building starts. Now developers buy the land and start building. So a whole lot more steps go between here and there, but that's the overview, high-level version of saying is worth a 10-minute chat or whatever that was. It was longer than 10. And it's worth diving in a little deeper. This is a good call, even if he's long-winded. Yes, I agree, Teresa. Amanda says, sometimes they also a bit lonely and just want to talk. That is actually very true. And connecting and having a chat. Judith says, sweet vanilla. Yes, what an email. Kay says, yes. Carmen says, sellers have great personalities. Yes, a variety of them. He's got the vision. Yes, he does. He'll get his neighbors all together. So notice he's our boots on the ground. Notice he's our advocate to go to the neighbors. You know what his pitch to them is? Hey, I got this guy. This guy says he might pay us way more than the properties are worth. Now, we do have to wait a little bit. But you know this is an up-and-coming area, and it's worth waiting. So he becomes our salesperson for us. In order for us to pay him extra, he gets the neighbors on board. And in order for us paying them all extra, they agree to hold the note and give us time. And our work increases the value, which both reimburses them and whoever collective us is, whether that's me, whether it's Diane, or a developer that this is passed to. All right. Let's do one more call. I have... right. And just so you know, community, those of you who are in Portfolio Accelerator, Real Estate Operating System, and Freedom Life, we got the daily dials again tomorrow and Friday for those of you. So I will be getting to way more of these leads. So if I don't get to your lead today, do not worry. I will absolutely get there. By the way, the gentleman just texted me his email. Good stuff. Let's see. We're going to... Oh, by the way, if you don't already have it, I want to do this for you. If you don't already have it... If you don't already have tickets to the upcoming live event, go to live.truca.com or live.truca.com and get your tickets. They are, our next event's coming up August 20, 21 and 22 in Cincinnati, Ohio. Live.truca.com and go make sure that yes, that is correct. Go get your tickets now. Live.truca.com. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Big discount for you and better than money back guarantee and a bunch of other cool stuff. So go get your tickets and some free gifts I ain't even told you about. All right. Let's call Carmen's lead. This one is in Louisville. Carmen and Duffy. Shout out to you guys. Let's see if...
Your call has been
Come on, Josh. Answer your phone, man. Got to get him on the phone. Oh, let's see.
Your call has been forwarded to voice.
We're going to text Josh. Hey, Josh, it's Andrew, Carmen's partner. When do you have a minute to talk about your Manor Gate property? Oh, thank you so much. Shout out to Gail. She's in here in the back end of the spreadsheet, updating everybody I'm talking to so that I'm not losing track of who we called and where we are. Everybody give a nice virtual hand clap to Gail. Let's see. Judith asked, is Princeton too far north? No, I love Princeton. We have houses there. Andrew, I need a how to grow your YouTube channel and social media guide by Andrew. I like that. Go like and comment on my stuff. And then I'll feel like putting it out. Actually, shout out to you, Caleb. You do that a lot. Just keep them likes and loves coming. Thank you for that. All right, let's call Maryland's lead. This will be our last dial. Whether they answer or not, this will be our last dial. And then I got one more lesson I need to give you. And then we're going to wrap. Do 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 378. All right. This is Christine in Cleveland, Texas. Wants to talk to a person to learn more about.
Hi, you've reached Christine.
And Christine didn't answer. All right. She's got a Temecula, California number. That's just down the road from us. Hey, Christine, it's Andrew. I was calling back on your Cliffbrook property. When do you have a minute to talk? Uh-oh. Got to watch these things because the greatest gift you can give someone is getting their name right. And sometimes these voice to text spells their name wrong or various things. All right, one more lesson and we're going to wrap. Guys, there is something that is vital about consistency. That's why we're doing these live dial streams every Wednesday. It's a new thing we're trying. We're getting great feedback, so please keep us knowing how we can improve, how we can do better, and what you most love about this. I ask you a favor as I thank you for joining us. I'm going to be giving lots of cool things out over coming weeks and coming months. I ask every one of you to do me a favor, and I want to deliver value for you guys here every week. I want you guys who are in a community to get your deals closed. If you could do me the kind favor of, we're working on our SEO right now in Truka, just go Google Truka Trustpilot, Truka Trustpilot, and give us a 5-star review. Just share some cool value you've got on these calls. Truka Trustpilot. Just Google it, go on there, and give myself and Leo and what we're doing 5 stars. I would love that very much. Thank you in advance for that. There's 3 notes I need you to take away today. Number 1, I mentioned already, get 5 no's a day. 5 no's. If you can just get through the 5 no's, the yeses are a symptom. The bank account that you have is a symptom of the value you're adding to the market. I'm going to say that again. The bank account is a symptom of the value you add to the marketplace. Say, well, Andrew, I've been working really hard and my bank account's not growing. I get it. I've been there. And we have to better add value to the marketplace so our bank account shows it. I, for many years, worked very hard doing a lot of crap, and my bank account didn't show it. And I realized I wasn't adding the right kind of value at that time to the marketplace until everything changed. And I realized, hey, I have to figure out what the market wants, and I have to deliver them value. I have to find sellers who want to net more money over time and offer them value. And in return, my bank account grows as a symptom of serving. The more I serve the right people and the right things, the more my bank account grows. Selling is serving. Number 1, 5 no's a day. Number 2, just get in the reps. This is key. Just get in the reps. Whatever you have been struggling, if you're struggling with conversations, if you're struggling with getting leads, if you're struggling with the habit of just dialing, just get in the reps. Maybe you find yourself every evening at 5:30, you sit down to dial and you go, crap, my mind's tired, I'm over it. Ask yourself, how can I better prepare for it? Can I tell somebody I'm going to dial and then have accountability? Can I dial earlier in the day? Can I take a lunch break and dial? If you work a 9 to 5, how can I better set myself up for success? Just get in the reps. And then guys, number 3, identify your bottlenecks. There's an incredible book in the bookcase behind me, a bunch of them actually. One of them talks a lot about the theory of constraints. It's your bottleneck is what it is. It's the thing that if it changed in your business, your whole business would change. It's the bottleneck. It's the thing that you keep almost getting to. For some of you, it has been the habit of almost getting leads, but never quite getting leads. For some of you, it's been the habit of almost making calls, but never quite getting on the phone. Others of you, it's been getting calls, getting leads, getting on the phone, but freezing up and not getting to the contract, or even going all the way to negotiate and get a yes, but failing to follow up and get the contract signed, or getting the contract signed and then losing track of how to close. Every single thing. Identify your bottlenecks. Identify your bottlenecks. Determine one thing between now and next Wednesday when we're together on this deal room. Determine what it is that you are going to change that makes everything better. All right? Answer in the comments, and we are going to wrap. For you, Steve, what is a CTG? It is a creative transaction genius. A creative transaction genius. Judith says 4 no's. No's, I like that. 4 no's today. Good. Beverly says, repeat the Truca Trustpilot address. Yes, it is a weird one, meaning not really weird. It's just a / things. So just go to Google, any search engine, and just type Truca Trustpilot. That's it. Just Google search engine. Just go in your search bar and type Truca, Truka, Trustpilot, and give us a 5-star review if you would. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here. This is the Deal Room live every Wednesday at noon PST, 3 p.m. EST. All right. I'll see those of you who are registered for the free challenge. I'll see you tonight. Those of you who are students and on the daily dials, I'll see you tomorrow. And go have fun. Go make some changes. Bye for now.